Hi guys, and welcome to episode 11, I think, of Notable Needlework. I'm Kate, Notable Needle, N-O-T-E-A-B-L-E, on Ravelry, on Plurk, and on Twitter. There's been a lot of stuff going on, mostly because it's been, over a week since I last podcasted. It hasn't been a week since I last recorded. I've recorded twice and not really liked how I was feeling that day, I guess. So they did not make the cut. But today is a better day, so here goes nothing. Let's see. I will start with finished objects because there are actually quite a few of them. And all my stuff's falling off the desk. So, first off is my Camp Loopy shawl, and this is the Dream Stripes pattern in Cascade 220. I have no idea what the colorways are because I can't find the receipt, and me trying to match the colors to the ones on the website, not gonna happen. So since the pattern originally called for a fingering weight yarn and I used a worsted, I used size 8s instead of size 4s, and I only went up to I think 180 something stitches before I started the lace pattern. But I really like how it turned out, and it's actually a decent size. In the original pattern you're supposed to go up to something like almost 300 stitches. So it should be bigger than it is, but I didn't run out of yarn, so I'm okay with that. So I uploaded the picture to the Loopy U and I got my extra credit for it, and I am anxiously awaiting next month's pattern, which of course won't even be announced until the 1st, and I won't get to work on it till the 15th. So in the meantime, I've been working on other objects. Second finished object is, of course, familiar. I finally found my double points so I could add the sleeves to my baby sweater. This is from the Baby's Day Out ensemble. I'm also working on the hat, but I can't really find it right now. We've been cleaning up the house and the cats, I think, drug the hat off somewhere. But there's a little hat. The border is the same as the border for here, and then it's just a basic baby hat. This is in the Lion brand Pound of Love in turquoise, I think. And I like how it came out. I'm still getting used to the 3 needle bind off instead of, Kitchener stitch or something like that. And I definitely did it a little too tight on the armholes because there's not nearly the same amount of stretch. But, I mean, the baby's arm shouldn't really be like that fat regardless, so hopefully it'll work out. But I like how it turned out. This is my first actual garment that's not socks or hats, so I am very pleased with myself. I want to say this is the last finished object. This is the Holden Shawlette in Madeline Tosh Merino Light in the Shoreline colorway. I flippin' love how this turned out and have been wearing it pretty much constantly, even though it's summer and thus 90 to 100 degrees here in the south. But I have been wearing it anyway. Our apartment is really well insulated, so our air conditioning actually makes it really cold in here at night. So I've been wearing this when I've been knitting. I really like it. I think I'm probably going to do this pattern in a different, probably colorway, probably the same yarn, but a different colorway for Christmas presents for some people. I'm not saying who, not necessarily because they'll be watching this podcast, but just in case. But I love how this turned out for me because I like the colors. I like how it turned out. It was a fast little knit. I think it took less than 5 days, mostly because the body is just stuck in it. Oh, and the Camp Loopy shawlette, I think, took me all of 2 days. I knit really quickly when I'm anxious, which has pretty much been my constant state of being the past couple weeks. Works in progress. I am still working on the Sweet Allison shawl. It finally got some love when I wasn't working on the Holden shawlette or the Camp Loopy shawlette. I am working on the 4th repeat. There's supposed to be 4 sections separated by the little garter ridges. There's supposed to be 4. I'm planning on doing 5 based on other projects that I've seen. Because I don't want to have like 50 to 100 yards left of lace weight yarn, because you can't really do much with 50 to 100 yards of lace weight yarn. So I want to use up as much as I can. But I like this little pattern. I love the blues. And it hasn't been the world's fastest knit, but that's probably because it's somewhere between mindless knitting and interesting knitting, if that makes sense. Like, it's a really easy pattern to memorize. If you're starting out in lace, it would be a good place to start, because it's just this simple little flower repeat over and over. But I don't know, it's not mindless to where you can be doing other things while you're knitting on it, but you can't like be talking to someone and making eye contact with that person, which I found that I can do with stockinette now. So it's coming along. Now that I'm not really working on that many other projects, it's getting there. My second work in progress is the Haruni shawl. This is in Knit Picks Stroll Tonal in the Deep Waters colorway, which is far more purple than it looks on the website. I just cast it on last night, and you can sort of see the little leaf patterns that are emerging. It's an interesting pattern. My biggest frustration with it last night was that for the first time in forever, I actually had to print out the pattern, because the way that the PDF was oriented, I couldn't... It was always facing sideways. Like, even if I turned my iPad to look at it, the PDF would turn because it was oriented sideways. Yeah, I know that doesn't make any sense. Open the PDF and you'll see. So I had to print it out so I wouldn't be looking at it like this and hurting my neck every time I was checking what was supposed to be going on in that row. So I printed it out. Yay, 15 pages worth of pattern. I was too lazy to just select the pages that I actually needed. But, it'll be worth it. Yeah. That sort of shows the colors more. It's pretty. It's more purple than it's showing right now, but I like it a lot. It should be interesting to see how that works out. Other things in my life, because that's pretty much all my knitting right now. I am jumping through more hoops for nursing school. Yay! I got my little checklist of things that I have to accomplish. Yeah, I've met 3 of them, and 2 of them I've already done, like, from when I was first a new student, and the other I'm in good academic standing, and that's pretty much all I have accomplished on this. I have been going through the nightmare that is getting my records, my medical records, from California to Alabama, which finally, I believe, has been solved because I got a hold of my pediatrician, who is no longer practicing. So they had to find my records in storage, and I've been trying to figure out why they wouldn't call me back. Turns out my records were sitting at like the front desk in their office, which A, no one told me, and B, how am I supposed to pick it up when I'm 2,000 miles away? Fortunately, my mom is still in the area, and they filled out the medical release form, and she either picked it up last night or she's going to pick it up today, and then she's going to scan all the records, email them to me. I'm going to print it out and take it to my new doctor so that she can check off on my medical clearance form that I have in fact gotten all the vaccines that I need, which I'm fairly certain that I have all of them. I might be due for, you know, a tetanus booster or something, but some of the vaccines are required for you to enter any public or most private universities, like measles, mumps, and rubella, the MMR shots. And they already have that on record, but it's a different department, so I have to prove it all over again. And of course, I had to get my TB test. You can see that nice little red spot right there. But I can already tell that it's negative. I'm getting it read tomorrow, and there's no nasty little knot under the skin. So yay. And then of course I have to do that by Friday. I have a whole bunch of other deadlines that are much more manageable. I have an information session where they explain all of the equipment and materials and stuff that we have to get. I have to order my uniforms next Monday, and then I don't have anything until August 1st, so that'll be nice to not have that headache of impending deadlines, because everything else is fairly simple to get done in time. I have my background check and drug screen, which of course there's not going to be a problem with. I just have to find the place, get it done by August 1st, so that will probably get done like in the first week of July or something. I have to actually pass the class that I'm in, not worried about that. I have to get CPR certified. Will and I are both signed up to take a CPR class. It'll be his first, and I'm just getting my certification renewed sometime in the early or middle of July. I want to say like the 12th. Get my transcript in, go to the orientation session, and order all of my $9 million worth of equipment. I know it's going to be worth it, but dear Lord, someone really should have told us that there was going to be this giant headache. I have to order the software. Thank God I have an iPhone, so I don't have to get an iPod Touch on top of the, I think, almost $200 worth of software that I have to get. To get the software, plus my books, plus a stethoscope, which we have two options, and reading the reviews, evidently the cheap $70 to $80 one is a piece of crap. So I'm gonna get the better one, which is $160. Yay. And then I have to get my shoes and my lab kit, and yeah. Fortunately, my birthday is 1 month from today, so most of my family members will be getting me my nursing school supplies for my birthday. I am so thankful for that, you have no idea. So, now that I have ranted, that is pretty much it. Just jumping through hoops, doing my coursework, and that's about it. I hope that you are dealing with far less headache than I am dealing with, and that your knitting is going as well as mine is. Alright, I'll see you later. Bye.